I wanted to basically add this segment to another video, or make it its own. But either way, guys, I don't have the stuff here. It was There was a bit of a miscommunication. Either way, I want to show you guys what I did without actually having the material here, which I do apologize about. But I was able to find everything online, and hopefully, if you guys are interested in getting trail cameras for surveillance or for the woods, and you guys are looking for a better battery type of deal, it was extremely simple. I'm not going to say that it's the safest thing in the world. Obviously, when you're dealing with batteries, stuff like that, I don't want any um, backlash or anything like that from this. But I'll show you guys real quick. So I did find this site. I'll show you guys kind of the close up here. It's basically exactly what I had did, and I didn't actually. I wish I would have known instead of running around like a chicken with my head cut off yesterday on runnings. But I'm going to show you guys real quick. So that is not it. So this plug here actually came from my solar panel, or the solar panel that I was fixing. As you guys see, I had to cut the cord. I had to chop the cord. There was a lead basically from this plug to that plug. I chopped it off, and what I had ended up doing was going to Runnings, and I bought a battery tender. I bought 3 battery tenders, and I cut the wires off, positive and negative, basically, and I spliced them into the positive negative that came out here, and ended up making, like I said, if I would have, he would have saved a lot of money if he would have been a little bit more patient. But either way, this is exactly what I ended up making, which is a lot cheaper way of doing it rather than cutting solar panels and buying $10 battery tenders. But either way, you can get these cords right off Amazon. I ended up going with an Everstart battery. They were $25 a piece. So I got 3 batteries. I got 3 ammo cans. I made sure that the battery, the camera, the wiring, and little odds and ends, whatever he was putting in there, I made sure that there was enough room in the ammo can that the battery wouldn't shuck back and forth, but I could fit everything in. And I used alligator clips instead of this whole deal, just because when you want to be quick, you just throw them on, shut it up. And then I also got rubber grommets to go in the ammo can. I wasn't able to record. I had to do it all on the tailgate of my truck in the parking lot. I went with shrink wrap and the butt splices. I wanted to solder them, make it all look nice. And the only grommet that I do have right here, I don't have the grommets with me, but that's for the seat pan. But I used a 1/4 inch or something of that nature. But I wanted to kind of close that out at least. So there's lots of different ways to do this. Average life expectancy, people are claiming they're getting month after month of pictures. Obviously, it depends on how many pictures are taken and whatnot. But this is exactly what I ended up building. Consolidated down to I mean, the price is exactly what it is. There's not much you can do about that, but for the amount of batteries that I know he was going through, he was spending that in probably a month, 2 months and a half, something like that. You guys can go with the ring, definitely. I mean, you can go either way. I've got both. But either way, usually I strip the plastic off of these, and I'll put a heat shrink around it instead of that plastic cheesy crap. But either way, you can actually hardwire it. I mean, if you had a way to hardwire it and go from trail camera to battery tender or trickle charge system, you know, that would be great. I do have one of my trickle chargers right here. You know, if you could figure out a way, really, I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing, you know, hot leg, cold leg, whatever. And you can buy one of these, take your battery, go from the camera with this end, you know, obviously to alligator clips, or you can use the ring connectors. So this is what I have. It's a battery tender Junior, and I keep my mower batteries, my truck battery, whatever I'm taking off, whatever I'm using, blah blah blah. But if you were to get something like this, and you know you're getting out of the budget with this, but the whole thing for me is ease of use. So you've got your hot leg, you've got your ground, you've got your alligator clips here. So if you were to come through your ammo can and then basically get a another one of these cords, whatever you want to call it, I forgot the actual connection name for this as well, but either way, if you run this to your camera plug, you can take it from the camera right to the tender and never have to disconnect your battery in that sort of way. But I mean, the sky's the limit as far as how you guys want to hook them up. But I do believe after watching some videos on it today that I am going to I am probably going to invest into a couple cameras and see how that goes, because they're getting quite a few months out of just a lawnmower battery for 25 bucks versus, I mean, you can definitely use these. You're just not, I wouldn't imagine you're going to get the same amount of lifetime out of them. I know the ones for my Mojos, for my decoys, they don't last. I think I get 3-4 hours out of them, which is it's not a big deal. But had I had them hooked up to a mower battery or something of that, you know, that's a good test that y'all can try or whatever. But at least this is what I did. And like I said, if you are interested in it, there's a lot cheaper ways of doing it. Obviously, I paid $10 for just the cord, and I still had to cut the solar plug in order to get mine to work. So it was an expensive ordeal. The other thing that I wanted to mention, guys, Runnings has these. I don't do a lot of electrical, but when I do, you've got the crimp. There you go, the crimp. Okay, so you got your nip, you got your crimp on one side, and then you got your strippers on the other. So kind of a cool tool. It's cheesy. It's not too cheesy really, but it's I don't know what that does. Oh, okay. Either way, it's a pretty cool tool for I think it was 12 bucks. So if you guys don't do a lot of electrical, but having a multi-tool that can do a little bit of everything, for the money I like them. You know, that's the way I went with my my puller for my snap rings too. We have got one on one side, and like I said, they're a little bit cheesier, but they do the job for the little bit of snap ring use that I do use them for. Either way, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. This has gone way longer than it ever should have, but I wanted to close that up and kind of give you guys an idea of how I did it, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you. God bless.